George Custer there at Harvard University. We can bring the spirit of freedom back there. Anyway, now we're looking a little bit to our neighbors to the north. Of course, all of us here in Massachusetts are very focused on winning the state of New Hampshire, the Live Clear High School. Bunker Hill, they don't talk about this much, but they had a little problem. It looks like they're really going to get rooted, and about 1,000 really hot-blooded Celts came down there, and their leader was named John Stark, and they held the left there, and I think one of the commanders was named Dan Moore. I'm Tom Moore. Do you think I have a little bit of that in me? I don't know. So we're going back up there. We can easily win the Live Free or Die state for Ron Paul. That's his slogan, right? Free state, absolutely, free state. I know they're opposing the whole national ID card thing up there. They're not So, our first speaker from New Hampshire is Reverend Lee Button, and he's going to talk a little bit about the homeschooling movement up there. Of course, the homeschoolers win all the stone. Homeschoolers seem to beat all the other kids out in all the scholastic areas and all the tests. And okay, Lee, why don't you tell us how that's done?
Had the opportunity to coach basketball for a number of years and still try to play a little bit. sometimes in sports, when your team has a lead, and in the second half perhaps you start losing the lead, you get a little worried, so you start playing not to lose. Those of you who have been in situations like that may have a better knowledge of what I'm saying. You can see what a difference that makes in the game plan. Because you started the game eager to win. You had to achieve victory. And so you played with that in mind. You didn't want to lose, you played to win. But then, after things turn a little bit, your whole game plan changes. You now are hoping not to lose. Sports history is full of teams that played not to lose, yet ended up losing. I won't make any references to the Patriots who are playing to win. Unfortunately, there's a sad political parallel of it. You know how I just said I'm not going to make any references, and I did? Unfortunately, there's a sad political parallel of this game plan among American voters, especially conservatives. I think it started with the election of George H.W. Bush, who turned out to be the not-so-conservative president that his record would have indicated he would be. Since then, the Republican Party leadership specifically has, I think, been promoting similar conservative candidates. But each election cycle, the presented candidates are less and less conservative and more like the Democrats. As the campaign season winds down, the chief objective of too many Republicans has been the political twin of this odd sports philosophy, playing not to lose. The fray was entered with every hope of victory, but over time the game plan has changed. Now the goal is hoping not to lose. The game isn't about winning an election anymore. It's about not letting the other guy win, especially if it's a Democrat, I guess, in some cases. It's voting not to lose. Let me just give you a couple of examples. And I give examples that certainly no way to cast any aspersions on these folks, just point of disagreement. Dr. Bob Jones, last month at the University bearing that name, endorsed Mitt Romney for president. I could probably go back and forth with Ron Paul's when I can't agree. In his remarks, Dr. Jones candidly confessed that although he opposed Mormonism, he believes Romney is the best hope to beat Rudy Giuliani from winning the Republican nomination and keeping Hillary Clinton out of the White House.